tweaker over there. Okay, so we went to Grand Rapids on like a 2-day overnight thrift trip. And we were gonna kind of vlog stuff at first. We did a little bit of filming, but there was a lot going on, so this is just the haul. Some of the stuff I photographed this morning, so it's got stickers. But starting off, this is, I think, the oldest Gap tag that I've found. I haven't gotten a chance to like look into this yet. I know that it's got to be like 90s. I don't even know when Gap started, but either way, it's a 100% nylon, like shiny anorak windbreaker. I would have bought it based off style or the brand, but I thought that was a cool tag. It's definitely the oldest one I've found Gap. And this is a early Y2K Gap denim jacket. It's a women's kind of like cafe racer style. It should do good because of the cropped length, like how the difference in length between the waist and the sleeves. Also, it's got that like motorcycle jacket.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do this face up. We got a Nike Michigan State Soccer, like an on-field dry fit performance hoodie. The prices weren't too bad there. Like there wasn't that one store that I'll talk about, Mel Trotter, was the first time we went to, and the reviews said they were expensive. Some of the stuff was, but on average, like it wasn't any worse than going to like any city.
No, it was almost like they just knew what they could make a little bit more money on.
So yeah. So this is a 90s John Muir. John Muir was like a famous conservationist. And then the John Muir Trail is named after him. I might keep it. I love this like kind of yellowed off-white color.
70s vibe.
Yeah. I want my white tees to not be white. And we got some Y2K 569s. These are cool, kind of interesting. They have like an uneven washout whiskering on them. And some Y2K 517s in almost like a hardly washed, maybe one wash. Yeah, these were also from the what was called Mel's Trotter. Right?
Mel Trotter.
Mel Trotter. So the reviews said the place was expensive, and when we got there, I did see like a shirt or a top that was kind of ridiculously priced. But then when I got to the pants, they were on average like $9.99 instead of $7.99, so it's like really not that big a deal. You just refine your search a little bit. We got some 90s army pants. These are cool. These are the wide leg Levi's cargo pants. This little extra detail, you know, like the extra embroidery, the more like chunky pockets, and a wider leg, especially from the knee down. It is like what you're looking for cargo pants that will take it from being like dad wear to like, oh, that's what the kids are wearing. This was the first thing I found at that spot, and it had a tag, but they never filled in a price. And it's not an FR, but it's a Ariat pearl snap. I actually found out this morning when I was taking pictures that on the bottom, on this very back tag, they have the model numbers of their shirts. Sometimes they'll just be like RN numbers that you can type in with the brand, and then you'll find the model number of whatever it is. And if you have that, most of the time it'll sell well, but it'll also sell for more money than if you didn't do that. Okay, so I think we have a Ralph Lauren Classic Fit Performance flannel. I didn't actually know that they made performance flannels, which I feel a little embarrassed about.
What is a performance flannel?
Well, normally the performance blends for like dry fit shirts or polo shirts is because they have spandex in it.
Oh.
It makes it like stretchy.
Okay.
Or, like a Vineyard Vine shirt could be polyester or cotton or a blend, but the on-the-go performance will be it's usually like a polyester blend with spandex.
Okay.
So it's like a quick dry. But with the with the flannels, it's just a cotton poly blend.
Okay.
I don't really know what the purpose of that is. It's maybe I guess it's more quick drying. All right, so this is what I photographed. I gotta put that out of the way, and then we can look at this stuff. So I found this Grateful Dead. It's actually a licensed Grateful Dead trucker hat. Pretty good shape. On the inside, you can see it says Limit Dead Edition, like limited edition.
Huh.
And it is older. It's not like 70s old. Like the real vintage ones, I saw a couple sell for like 150. Then I saw modern ones in like the 15 to $25 range. And this is like somewhere in between that. So I'll probably do like $49.95 or something.
Probably like the 90s.
Then, this was the next day on the way back. We went to Lansing. And the first place I went, started off a little slow. I went through the jeans. As soon as I was done, I saw this woman come hang these up. And I saw this little bit of embroidery out the side of my eye. So I went back and looked. And then I saw, Solo jeans. That seems like some cheap knockoff. And it might be, but then I went and I looked it up anyways. And, this is those baggy, like 90s Y2K style jeans. And they're black, Carpenter, with a little distressing. But like they were going for 60, 70, 80 bucks.
You got an eye.
Yeah, it was $9.25 for them. And then we got a cotton high-low hattie Hawaiian shirt. Got some modern Wrangler pearl snaps. These were like $5. I think we got them at a Goodwill. They weren't marked up or anything. But like I said before, sometimes you just have to sell something long enough or build up the right clientele, because we've been selling a ton of polo shirts lately.
Yeah, bundles.
All right. I said recently that I started picking up more Wranglers. I was trying them out more, and they have been selling. And I haven't really gotten any like bangers. I mean, these are a 36-30, so it's okay size. And kind of just that boring middle ground. Now, if you have a vintage pair, a lot of times, like if it's like a really nice pair of jeans in general, not just Wranglers, that boring unwashed fade is actually a lot of times what's gonna make it worth a lot of money, especially if they're unwashed, because that's like what the Japanese people, like that's what they're looking for with American vintage. I was watching a documentary style vlog the other day, and the guy was trying to sell some jeans, and they kept calling them American condition. Like, they're American condition, meaning they're thrashed. All right, so we got some 501s modern, a 32-34, which is a good size. Let's see, we got Ralph Lauren, kind of just everyday stuff. This is a vintage JCPenney plain pockets. Work shirt, kind of like Western style. It's not, I'll use Western to describe it, even though it doesn't have a yoke. It's not pearl snap.
But the pockets mimic it.
Yeah, it's like a Western style button shirt. It's not actually a Western shirt though. I was looking, I just put a general search this morning for 60s men's jeans, and I was like, I'm gonna save a search and maybe I'll get lucky. And that plain pockets sub-brand was coming up a lot. This is one of them that you picked up.
I did. I'm learning, guys.
It's a Built hoodie. A couple years ago, like, I would buy anything Built, like the drop or the scoop tees, just basically anything. Now, really only get the more substantial, like heavier pieces. This is kind of like almost like a Lululemon scuba hoodie.
Yeah, I noticed it because the material was different.
Yeah, it's kind of like a performance blend, but it's thick, almost like a wetsuit.
Yeah, like scuba gear.
It's a vintage polo GI shirt. It's basically like a cotton, I wouldn't really say it's flannel. It kind of mimics like a fatigue.
Yeah.
Then, these smell like so much cologne. But they're Nike. I've never found, I think I have seen like a basic Nike work pant, almost like a Dickies. But these are like a much heavier cotton carpenter, almost like a Carhartt pant. But they're Nike.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Nike jeans.
No. And paid $10 for them. So, see how those do. Got some polo chinos. And then I bought a couple pairs of shoes, which is not something I normally do a lot of. And I paid $6.99 for these. So right after that reseller looking dude with the long messy ponytail got done looking at the shoes, and then I was over in that corner. And the brand is called Samuel Hubbard. And I'm not familiar with it, but two things. I saw it had a Vibram sole. Three things. So I had a Vibram sole, and I picked it up, and it was light. And then with the leather inside, made in Portugal. It's like everything that I bought that was made in Portugal usually is nice. I think immediately of like Lacoste polos are either usually made in other nice polos have been made in Peru, if not France. And then shoes, like handmade leather shoes. So it's just like a light kind of, almost like an athleisure Oxford. $6, and they should sell for probably like 60, I think is what it was.
Nice.
And then I've got these at Mill Trotter. Did pay up $25, but the brand is Zero, and the model of this shoe is like a Daylight hybrid hiker, I think. No, a Daylight hiker fusion. So it's a super light boot, wide toe box. So it's supposed to be like better for your feet, for your toes. And then there's the Zero heel to toe drop, which means like there's no wedge in it. So it's supposed to mimic being barefoot. Like much healthier for your feet, and so then your knees and your hips and your back, everything else, instead of wearing like something that it crams your toes together and puts you on a wedge. So I don't remember what the solds were. I know it would have been at least $50 because I wouldn't have picked them up if I wasn't going to make 20 profit. But if you like look at Zero shoes new, they're north of $100, especially for the boots, I would say.
Okay.
This was exciting because on day 2 in Lansing, right? I think I got this in Lansing.
Yeah.
It's the first time I found Aviator Nation is the brand. And it's just like hoodies and sweatsuits and stuff. But this is the 5-stripe hoodie, and they're worth a lot of money. They're still a super strong seller. I think the cheapest I saw this one sold was still over $50, but a lot of them sell for like $150.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like I said, first time I found it. I remember hearing people talk about it before, but I thought it was just a nicer brand you found in nicer areas. I think that this is different. I don't know. I gotta look in to see. The tag says Mr. DC. I don't know if it's like a sub or sister brand of DC, like the Western, as in Washington DC Western wear stuff. But the style, made in USA, with like the lower pockets. These style-based buys of kind of everyday button shirts have been doing pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Like, when I first started reselling, I would buy anything old because I was like, oh, it's old. But then the random vintage stuff like this that I would pick up at the bins would sit or take forever to sell. But now they seem to be picking up. Got some more bread and butter, Wrangler's Pearl Snaps, modern Wrangler's Denim Pearl Snaps. And these were for you, right, babe? how wide these sleeves are.
Oh, yes. Please and thank you.
These are the 94 baggy wide leg. And them are baggy.
They are very big.
Okay, so technically I think it's supposed to be like a 10-inch across for it to be wide leg. And these are 12 and a half.
Jeez. Definitely not for me. Wide leg is not for 5-foot queens.
Some modern 501s. Perhaps the coolest Nike jacket that I've found in a long time. I love the color on this. You see the gray tag?
It is super cool.
Paid $6. It's in great condition. Oh, I would say really good condition. It's got a few of those like nylon sometimes have. It's like not a stain, but it's not as
It's like stretched out
like
a
a
little.
scuff or something. Vented with the cape style back that's vented all the way across.
I would have never put those colors together, but it goes.
Yeah, I was trying to tell Neo about this jacket today, and I said that was kind of like a burnt mustard, but I don't know.
It's kind of more gold, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Super cool. And $6, that's a great price for that. Wait, this goes over here. I have so many piles. Okay, so this was an experiment and a style-based buy. I paid like $5 for it. So you know the thermal lined hoodies and sweatshirts. This is a thermal lined full like flannel work shirt, fully thermal to the sleeves and the bottom. And it's probably like 80s. Yeah. But
Colors.
I mean, this is the type of thing, like, if you can find the right keywords, it'll sell. But if you can't find the right keywords, it'll sit forever. Some more vintage polo. This is just a Blake shirt. Under Armour golf, like performance golf vest. Some more 70s. This one's a Hanson. I said it before, I just like how they stamp these shirts from the 70s. You know, oh, and then we were talking about how they always call the polyester something else. It's always some special polyester instead of just polyester. This one's Dacron. Got an Adidas jacket, just basic. You know, the windbreaker pants and track jackets, you just get them, throw them up for like $30. And it is like more of a crowded like brand or listing to be on, but I don't seem to ever have problem selling them.
No, they sell right away. Especially the pants.
Yeah. Well, you found these. These are the tearaways.
Oh, I
These
did.
do
Look
really
at, I got
good.
2. Man, I'm getting real good.
At least 2. I don't remember. Did you get anything else?
For myself.
I got a bunch of dresses. So I was kind of surprised. This is a Ralph Lauren 100% linen shirt, but I usually don't buy white shirts.
Yeah.
Because the chances are that you miss something is so high with the thrift store lighting. But then also the chances are that I put a stain on it after I buy it is too high. All I have to do is like look at it with chocolate in my hand, in my presence, and it will end up on there.
That is your signature thing.
So these are Johnny O jeans. I didn't know that Johnny O made jeans. I didn't look these up. I paid $6.99, but everything else that I pick up by that brand, Johnny O, does great. This is an interesting print. Oh, it's a cinch, a women's cinch pearl snap. Kind of cool.
Kind of looks like a Robert.
Like a Robert Graham print almost. It's a modern Nike hoodie, but you know, just the everyday essentials with the minimalist seem to do better for me than a lot of like the more obnoxious stuff. Ralph Lauren, not quite a Hawaiian shirt. It's really more of like a grandma core print.
Springy.
Yeah.
Somebody buy that for Easter.
Yeah, somebody get this for sure. Some more vintage flannels. This one's like King Sport. It's got some great distressing around the collar. It's not blown out. You know, it kind of just accentuates the style without being too raggedy. Vintage polo is kind of like a Madras.
Oh, that one's Eastery too. Someone buy
Yeah.
that one for Easter too.
This one is super Eastery. All the 90s like Easter colored polo stuff just reminds me of Outkast and Big Boy. And
Yeah.
Then we got the half button polo in the Hawaiian print.
Ooh.
That one should do pretty good too. Some denim pearl snap by Levi's for the ladies. I like that wash too. Lacoste still does really good. It's just a crew neck. Now when you do pick up Lacoste, you want to make sure that this is like actually a patch stitched on. If it's embroidered, it's fake. Some women's polo performance stuff. It's actually Ralph Lauren. So when I list this brand, I just say Ralph Lauren and then like whatever it is, and then on the second half of the title I'll put LRL.
Okay.
Because polo has so many sub brands, like to cast the widest net, just say Ralph Lauren.
Right.
Some more Wrangler pearl snaps. Armani Exchange. This, I do kind of like this button detail, like the double, almost kind of like a tuxedo vibe, slightly dressier. Yeah. Some Eddie Bauer fleece line, like stretchy tech pants. And we got some vintage Levi 501s on a black waistband. This is a kind of a unique waistband patch for these. They are modern. You can see it's got all the extra stuff on the inside. But they're 100% cotton, dark wash, faded, kind of nice. Can't even read the size. I think they're a little bigger. I think they're like a 38, 30.
I think it says it on the tag.
Just 70s JC Penney's. This feels like linen. And then another Hawaiian camp shirt. This is the first time finding this brand. I don't even like look up a lot of the brands anymore when we're, you know, if it's a Hawaiian or a camp shirt and I'm confident it's like 80s or older. At this point, I just pick them up. And then some more polo. Did I hit all these patches?
I think so.
Did I get everything?
I think you got everything. Seemed like we were gone for a million years.
I know. And then I got this ring the other day. Maybe I'll get maybe I'll get into vintage jewelry. Because imagine how many pieces you could store in like a shoebox. So, all right, that's it.